Hey, good day, everybody. This is Paul Romero with the Swissco Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training number 100. And why is this not doing? I'm sorry, number 185. And for some reason, I'm not being able to send an invite. Why are you doing this to me, Google? Huh. That was very, very strange. Okay, I got to try this again because I have Mr. John Leister waiting to come join us here at this Swissco Global Party. There we go. Let me just check something here real quick. Okay, for some reason it won't let me invite that. Oh, I know why. Okay. I know why that wasn't working. Never mind. It's all good now. Anyway, here we go. Swissco Global Network Marketing Series number 185 today. Actually, 185B we're going to go with because I just want to get our two hangouts on the same page. Just so happened that with our glitch and getting lost, that we happen to be on the same number now. So we're off by one, so I'm just making them the same, just for my simplicity in my world. So nothing to affect any of you guys. So this is Wisdom Wednesday, and I am a little bit unprepared for today. My apologies on that because we have I just traveled back into town back into Phoenix yesterday, and why is this thing not working? And yeah, it was, I don't know, I was really kind of wiped out yesterday, and so I woke up a little bit late this morning, and obviously with what's going on with our real estate business, just I had a lot of things on my mind today and preparing for the week in doing that. And so I was jotting some things down and obviously ran out of time because overslept a little bit, but that's okay. So we're here on Wisdom Wednesday, and this is the day that we usually go into the website, the back office area, the website itself, the landing page where you send your prospects. I don't always like using prospects because it's so directly associated to the whole idea of recruiting people into a direct marketing sales organization, and that kind of goes against the grain as to what a network marketing organization truly is. So I guess prospects is kind of a good word though, because I mean prospects can really mean a lot of different things. So it's kind of a two-way street with me when I say it. Sometimes it feels good, sometimes it feels like it's rubbing against the grain a little bit, but that goes either way. So your potential sponsors, or your potential new family members, or however you might want to put that, the people that you're inviting to share the opportunity to join the organization and own their life is the people that I'm talking about, that you would send to the landing page, your home page of your website. And then so we cover that. We also go into the back office of, once you choose to become, part of the organization, what is Swissco Global all about? And, what kind of tools and abilities has the organization provided for you to be successful? And that's what we go into here usually on Wednesdays. So, but since we've been gone for like, I don't even know how long it's been, seems like a month or two, or I don't even know, but because of the Gmail glitch that I had here, like I said, I'm a little bit unprepared, but I want to say good morning to John and let him join in and throw his 2 cents worth in, and I'll bring up do something while he's doing that. So hey, John, how are we doing today?
Excellent. Thanks, Paul. Happy to be on the hangout that we're back doing these. As Paul had mentioned, today is Wisdom Website Wednesdays, where we basically go over the product and service of the network marketing organization that we're in. We have been on a hiatus for quite some time here, several weeks, where the email account that we broadcasted these hangouts from, for whatever reason, weren't able to access it. And finally, Paul, after several weeks, fixed the problem, or maybe the glitch fixed itself. Who knows? I never really talked to Paul about that. With that being said, it's exciting that we're going to be back here doing these network marketing trainings on New Op Day. That's where we discuss the book Own Your Life Plan, which is an excellent just system for how to create a successful network marketing organization. Quite frankly, the book we discuss on Mondays, Own Your Life Plan, is a book that's concepts and system can be applied to really just about any business model you have, where you have an organization of people, salespeople, what have you, whatever your business is, to motivate them and teach them and everything. Because Paul pointed out he doesn't like using the word prospect. And that's because this isn't a business where we go out and we run around and we go and we try to sell Swiss Gold Global to 130 people, every single day of the week. The business system that we utilize from the Own Your Life Plan book, it's a lot different than that. We go out and we try to recruit, well, not even recruit, we sponsor our prospects. And Paul and I had this discussion very briefly yesterday, because we're also involved in a real estate business where we're training people to go out there and do real estate deals and transactions, and the level of commitment that we have for our team in real estate and what we need to provide them with to make sure that they're successful. Hence, our success hinges on their success. Well, where do you think we got those concepts from? From our education into network marketing. And it's more than just going out there and finding a prospect. Initially, yes, let me go find prospects for my network marketing business. Let me get them sponsored in. But then once you find that prospect, once they become sponsored into your organization, you need to do one of two things. Number one, maybe you're really just good at prospecting people and bringing them into the organization. Okay, great. But who brought you into the organization? Who showed you how to go out there and present this system to your prospects? Well, until you're good at teaching and training and working with your prospects, the first thing you need to do is you bring them to your upline sponsor and let him kind of train them the way they trained you. Or maybe your sponsor's new and it was his upline that helped him with you, in which case you're bringing your guy to the guy who sponsored you, who's bringing him to the guy who sponsored him, what have you. This is a business where you're in business for yourself, but not alone, and you have your upline to fall back and rely on. Paul and I are kind of those guys for our organization. We really are committed and dedicated to training and educating and working with people coming into network marketing, because we need to train them to be successful. Because if the people who are bringing into the organization aren't successful, well, that means Paul and I aren't doing our job here, but more importantly, it means we're not being successful. So our success is predicated on those that we sponsor into the business. And so I bring that up because it's very important that you understand that. And also, the second thing you need to do is, if you're already in that position of teaching and training and you do it well, guess what? Continue to do that every time someone new jumps into or joins into your organization. And then, of course, just leading us through why I'm excited to be back on these Hangouts is because not only are we working right now, Paul and I, this is our business, sharing this message, sharing this information, looking for people who want to get involved with it and presenting the materials. But it's also a constant reminder for Paul and I of what Swiss Gold Global is all about, what network marketing is all about. Let me stop that. That's quite annoying. Sorry about that. But it also, like I was saying, is a constant reminder and reinforcement for us as well to keep reinforcing this information, because the better we know it, the more ingrained it is into our minds, the easier it is to speak up and walk around and talk about this and share this. And that is one of the key elements to network marketing, is sharing the information. So it's more than just going out and selling and prospecting. It's about once you find that prospect, once they're sponsored, you're working with them and making a commitment to work with them, or at least set them up with someone who is going to work with them and see to it that they're successful. So with that being said, that's kind of my intro for today. Welcome to the Hangout. Really excited that we're back doing these things. And it is Website Wednesday, and I see Paul was working on a little something over there. So,
well, I was just taking some notes off what you were saying, as far as, because what happens is I listen to what you're saying and I get these ideas that I want to jump in, but I don't want to interrupt you, so I let you go on and on and on. But then, you'll spark a second idea. And by the time I get a chance to get back in, of course, I forgot what the first one is. So if I don't write it down, then it'll all be gone. So that's, whenever you see me looking like this while you're talking, that's what's going on there. I'm just jotting something down so I'll know where to come back in and cap on what you were talking about there, or add in more, or move on to something else, because sometimes it'll spark a whole new idea, a whole different direction as well too. Who knows where it'll take me? But anyway, that's the power of the mastermind, though, right? Because something that you said, otherwise I never would have even thought of it. If I hadn't heard it from you, with an idea, a concept, a principle, whatever it is that you're bringing to the table, all of a sudden sparks within my mind something that happens. And then, you'll say something, and then I'll go and I'll advance on that a little bit further. And all of a sudden that'll, in turn trigger something in your mind going, oh, well, yeah, I didn't really think about it that way, but no, if you look at it this, and it just like it grows. So that's like I said, that's the power of the mastermind, which is what these Google Hangouts are really all about, as far as I'm concerned. This is a live mastermind, an opportunity for you, anybody out there who's watching, to come in here and join in with us and share your ideas as well too. If you've gotten an invite here, which I just found out I tried to invite too many people, but if you have an invite, a personal invite here, come and join us. We're more than happy to, bring in another mind into the platform here and hear about what's going on. So with that, following back on what John was saying there, two things, because this is Wisdom Wednesday, but you know what? We've been gone so long. I think, it's a good idea if we just sort of bring the whole concept back to the table here a little bit and sort of set ourselves up for what we'll be doing, next session and moving on down the line. So going back real quickly to the whole idea of the difference between prospecting versus sponsoring, so to speak, is, like John said, prospecting, it's, like I said, it has this stigma idea of, having to run around and, recruit a whole bunch of people every day into your organization. And like I said, that's not at all what it's all about. What we're talking about here is the whole idea of just sponsoring someone into your organization, someone into, you could almost consider it sponsoring someone into your family, because like John says, your success is predicated upon their success. Your success relies upon their being successful, and your job, as a network marketer, is to teach them how to do what you do. And what he talked about there, as far as, having the ability to, say, go to your upline and have them assist you and whatnot, and even go to your upline's upline, the person who brought you in, the person who brought them in, even be able to go up that point, or possibly even further. There could be someone, 5 or 6 levels up above you, who is more than happy and willing to, and in a position where they enjoy to, or whatnot, be able to, come down 4, 5, 6, 7, 25, 40, 150 levels, however far that might be, to sit in with you and your prospects and help teach and train them. And the thing is that's exactly, it's not that you just have the ability to do that. That's exactly what the system is designed. How does this, network marketing is designed to operate. That is how, the fact that you sponsor somebody and now you're supposed to teach them. Well, you don't know how to teach them, right? So you bring in the person who sponsored you, and all 3 of you sit down together. And maybe that person, and when they're teaching, they're sort of teaching that person, you're learning how to teach your people. And, and even if they're not all the way up there, so they bring in their person. Now you got 4 people sitting down. You've got your sponsor, you've got you, you've got your direct sponsor who sponsored you and the person who sponsored them, and maybe they're the ultimate teacher and trainer right now, and all three of you down the line are learning your next levels of how to teach and train your people moving on down the line. And that's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it's set up to work. So not just having the ability to utilize your upline, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what we want you to do. All we want you to do is introduce it to somebody and then bring them to us. And if we're not the person who's the right person to be teaching and training you and them, we bring in the next person, and they bring in the next person, and however far we got to go until we're getting the teaching and training that everybody needs to learn and grow and advance the organization. That's what's so cool about it. The second thing that you got into there was the whole sponsoring thing about it not being selling. That's where everybody gets that big stigma of, oh, I don't want to do network marketing because it's all about selling. And it's not about selling, because we're not, like I said, we're not running around trying to bring in 100 people a day. It's all about, just sharing what you're doing. Hey, check it out, Joe. This is what I've been doing, and it's being real successful for me. I think you'd be really great at it. You should take a look at it. And hey, if Joe's interested, great. And if Joe's not interested, well, no big deal. Next. Share it with somebody else. That's all it is. You're not trying to push it on anybody. You're not trying to say, hey man, you got to do this and you should buy my products and all this other thing. It's just, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. Check it out. It's working awesome for me. I think you'd be great at it. You should take a look at it. Sure, I'll take a look at it. I'm not interested. Oh, great. No problem. Next.
It's a mindset that you need to have to do this type of a business, is just as what Paul said, is you've got to learn to accept when people don't want what you have to offer them. I mean, it's not just in network marketing, it's in all areas of life. You've got to learn to kind of just accept with rejection. One of the biggest things that holds people back from this business is the fear of rejection, the ridiculous worry about, what if the person says no to me? I'm going to be so embarrassed. I can't handle a no. What happens if they don't like what I have to offer? What happens if they don't like Swiss Gold Global, or they say no to me? All this chatter, whether it's on the forefront of your mind or in the back of your subconscious, is pretty much what's holding you back from doing most anything in your life that's going to lead to success. Is, that fear of no, that fear of rejection. It's one of the basic underlying fears. And the reason I bring this up is because Paul sparked an idea in me through this Mastermind hangout with what he was just saying there about, okay, they're not interested. That's fine. Let me move on to somebody else. Or maybe I need to refine the way I'm sharing the information or the presentation. However, it shouldn't be something that you fear or get upset about. And if people look at what you have to offer and object to it, it shouldn't be something that discourages you from continuing to move forward towards your success. So yeah, that's my thought there on what you were saying, Paul.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I wanted to see here if I can bring up one quick thing also too. Yeah, I just wanted to say that, it's really cool to, wow, oh, there it is. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I'm not sure. Am I sharing right now? My screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing your screen. Yes.
Oh, crap. I just hit the stop sharing. I'm probably not sharing now all of a sudden.
Nope. Now it's your face.
Because I'm a goofball and I just hit stop sharing. So anyway, yeah, what I was going to say here is that I'll bring that back up. But what I was going to say here is that, yeah, the whole sponsoring thing, and that's one of the things that's really awesome about Swiss Gold Global, is the whole sponsoring thing is really just like we talked about. It's just about sharing what it is that you're doing, and one of the things that you can do to share is, hey Joe, I check this out, man. I got involved with this network marketing thing going on here, and it's really kind of working out pretty awesome for me. I think you'd be great at it. You think you'd be interested in checking it out? Well, what's it all about? Well, it's all about really a way to make money and to own my life again by creating passive income that I like to call it I like to call it do something once and get paid forever money, you know, where I don't have to be continually going out there every day and working my tail off to have money coming in. But anyway, I could just I could send you a little bit of information on it. I could send you to my website, or I could send you to a lot of different places. There's a couple different places you can send people to. One of the places that you can send people to is this right here, which is the landing page of your Swiss Gold Global website. So I figured we'd just get into a real quick look at this right here. This is where you could send your prospects to. And you can see up here, we've got different tabs. This is the home page. You've got a lot of information here. Get paid to save. We have a lot of information here. Learn more. We have a lot of information here. Join us now. Obviously, that's the button you want them to click onto, because that's where they're going to go sign up and get it started. We've got the real knowledge, the real wealth, and the real income, the 3 pillars of Swiss Gold Global. And each one of those has a very short little video. We've got this big introduction video here. And then these are also links to the same 4 videos that we just talked about. They can just come right here and click onto the same 4 videos. And they're only little short 3-minute videos. So, I mean, somebody could actually go through this entire site, except for this stuff up here. There's a lot up here. But they could go through this entire site as far as these things right here in just a matter of about, 30 minutes at the most. Another place that we can send them a link to is to the Own Your Life plan. If you've gotten your prospect, you've talked to them about, lifestyle and just getting them excited about the ability to make money and the sort of the do something once and get paid forever money. You could send them directly here, which is here's another short 3-minute video, which I believe this is the same video on the landing page, if I'm not mistaken, that we just showed you. And then
I believe you are correct, unless they recently changed something.
Right. And then there's just a couple little pieces of information here, and then they can go here to the 4 short chapters, and they can read the 4 short chapters of the Own Your Life Plan book that we discuss on Monday, which is really the training manual for successful network marketing. So with that, your screen sharing. I'm going to stop screen sharing. So I'm just saying that's just 2 little tools right there of making sharing that much easier, because obviously as soon as you bring something up, people are going to ask questions, right? Well, you don't have to know the answers. You don't have to have any of the answers. You don't have to know anything. All you got to do is say, hey, you know what? That's a great question. Let me just send you a link with some information, and you can just take a look at this stuff and see what you think. And I'll get back to you. When do you think you can look at it? We got a whole little scenario that goes with that, but let them take a look at the information. So we've already got tools right there to help you share, which makes it that much easier. And wow, we're running over on time here, John. So why don't you get us out of here, set us up for next session, and we'll get this thing rocking and rolling.
Right. You know what? I am going to just take us out of here because we have another hangout that we do at 8:30. So I need 2 minutes to prepare and get a cup of coffee. I do want to say that I'm glad to be back here doing the hangouts on this Wisdom Wednesday. Paul kind of flew through a couple of the key components there of the website, which is awesome. I was kind of fooling around too at the website while you were talking there too, Paul, because it's been a little bit of time since I've been on it. And there is new materials now in the Real Wealth Revolution section, which is one of the education sections. Some Tony Robbins videos now that were never there before about network marketing and the power of it. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to check those out.
More content to share.
Yeah. So with that being said, let's just move on, get done with this hangout, and come back on Friday morning. But let's end it like we always do with the Napoleon Hill prayer, which says, "O universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches that have been given to me at birth, consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I may desire." So with that, have a great session. We'll see you back here on Friday.